What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and EP is the name of the game here. I'm going to be talking to you about 6 EP releases from 6 different bands. All of them short, sweet, and to the point, but all pack a very massive punch. And we're going to get started here with a band that pretty much every fan of black and death metal knows and should know, and these guys are pretty much one of the overlords of the Finnish metal underground, I would say. This is Archgoat with Heavenly Vulva, Christ's Last Rites. Deborah Morty Productions. I believe this came out in 2011. And out of all of the material that Archgoat have put out, I would say that this is one of the releases that holds a little bit of sentimental value to me. Because as is the case with a lot of music that I listen to, I go a little bit ass backwards into this band's discography, starting at later points instead of earlier points. Heavenly Vulva, Christ's Last Rite was the first piece of Archgoat material that I ever heard. A friend of mine was parting ways with some music, and one of the things he was selling was a CD of this Archgoat EP. And once I listened to it, I was enthralled by it. I loved it. I loved the guttural vocals. I loved the music. I just loved the fear that an EP like this brought. Because I believe that this had come out right around the time soon after The Light Devouring Darkness, and this band was beginning to evolve their sound just a little bit. Of course, being the Archgoat sound, very raw, very primitive, and very bestial. But with this Heavenly Vulva release, you got pretty much a glimpse of what would soon be to come from this band. And I think that Heavenly Vulva is an incredible EP. I mean, it's just very dirty. I love the dirtiness that this release brings. It's dirty, it's guttural, it's heavy. I just love what this band brings. I mean, bringing the best of both black metal and death metal into their release. I mean, songs like Blessed Vulva, Penetrator of the Second Temple. I mean, you get your money's worth with a release like this. And funny to say that I have an Archgoat CD. That's the only Archgoat CD I own. Every other piece of music I own by Archgoat is on vinyl. Because I think listening to Archgoat on vinyl is the best way to experience them, in my opinion. But that's just me. But anyway, this front cover, a little bit of a difference in the album cover art in comparison to the original one, because I think it's a little different here. There's a little bit of a skeletal figure here, mounting on top of the dude, having a good time. Chris Moyen artwork, of course. You have the back cover, band members, songs, and credits. You get a couple of little goodies here. You have a, comes with a download code. Buy the thing yourself, and you can get the download code yourself. Poster with the original cover. Liking the gray logo here. Very, very nice poster. Very frame-worthy, too. Printed inner sleeve. Same design that was on the back of the sleeve. Really, really nice. Thanks list. And it's on a single-sided 12-inch. Nothing too crazy to go over the moon about, but yes, nothing on the B side. It's just single-sided. Angel Cunt got released too by Archgoat, and I believe there's an etching on that, but I can show that another time. But anyway, yeah. If you're a fan of current day Archgoat, check out Heavenly Vulva, Christ's Last Rites. This is a fucking awesome EP. Archgoat just rules altogether. Next we get some Canadian black metal, and this is not going to be the last time I talk about this band this year. This is Amsg with The Principle of Evil Becomes the Ideal of the Promethean. I'm pretty sure, as many of you can tell by the flags that you see during the reviews that I do, that I'm a fucking huge fan of Amsg. I love this band's style of black metal. Very crazed, very tormented, almost experimental at times, but still, this is a band that has the roots of raw black metal intact, and I loved this release so much. I mean, it's only 3 tracks, but with the 3 songs that you have on here, they are very patient and very methodical, but you get some wondrous things to come out of this release. I love the music, I love the vocals, I just love the presentation. It's just an awesome awesome EP to listen to and a great way for things to have started for this band. I mean, of course, soon after this, we would have Anti-Cosmic Tyranny and the Forbidden Transformation. Their new album is going to be coming out in July, and I am very much looking forward to hearing that, covering that, and talking to you about that. But as far as how AMSG got started, this was a wondrous way to get the ball rolling. I really enjoy this EP. So anyway, Iron Bonehead put this out. Front cover here, very simplistic. I like the way this cover looks. You have the back, band members, rest in peace Tormentor, track listing and all that other stuff. Antitheist Disseminations, I believe that's the other purpose behind it. Comes with this little thing here, big AMSG logo. Credits, Canadian Terrorist Black Witching Metal of Death. Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe AMSG's sound. That right there, I fucking love that. Comes on a standard black vinyl, but I like the labeling that's on here. This on this side. This on the other side, AMSG logo. Very, very cool. Awesome EP from this band, and like I said, I cannot wait to listen to this band's new album. Pretty much since the lineup's evolved ever since this release, so yeah. The Principle of Evil becomes the ideal of the Promethean by AMSG. Very, very solid. Continuing on with Canadian black metal, we have a band that pretty much stole everybody's hearts in 2014. This is Thantifaxath with their self-titled EP, Thantifaxath. Yeah. Media Tree Records, I want to say, is the label that put this out, but yeah. This came out in 2011, and pretty much this band was starting to get in the midst of getting well known. I mean, they're one of those bands that have a shroud of secrecy to them. We don't know who they are. We don't know who's involved with what. It's a very complex and an interesting sort of idea that this band brings. But with this self-titled EP, we pretty much got a glimpse of what we were going to expect. This is a band that has an original sort of sense to them, an almost weird and unorthodox approach to black metal, and I really, really think that this EP is awesome. I mean, Sacred White Noise still holds up wonderfully to me all these years later, but getting to know how things were in the beginning for a band like Thantifaxath, with songs like 10,000 Years of Failure and Violently Expanding Emptiness, I mean, every song that's on this EP is incredible, and to know what we can expect from them next, you never know. We could be thrown for a loop with a band like this, but really sensational Canadian black metal, and I look forward to what Thantifaxath does next. So anyway, you have the front cover here. Don't really know what this is, or what this could be a picture of. It's a very grainy little cover here. Back with track listing and label information. This little rectangular sheet here. I'm digging this artwork here. I think it's pretty neat that they include this type of artwork style for this release. And you have some credits and little hints of lyrics. Not the full lyrics, you just have little passages here. They don't really give you too much of everything here. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about that. Excuse me. Once again, this is on a single-sided 12-inch vinyl. Yeah, Thantifaxath right here. Very nice labeling here. Yeah, nothing on the B-side. But yeah, Thantifaxath are something very special, and like I said, I can't wait to hear what this band decides to deliver next. It's going to be something fun to listen to regardless, so yeah, check out Thantifaxath. Next was something that I found locally, and considering that one of the people behind this project is pretty much in the midst of a career resurgence, I think it's really cool to know that this project is going to be breathing some new life this year and for many more years to come. And this was, yeah, I found this locally at Robot Monster Guitars here in San Antonio. I found both of this project's EPs, but the one I'm going to show you here is where pretty much things got all started. This is KERASPHORUS with Cloven Hooves at the Holocaust Dawn. Yeah. If you don't know what KERASPHORUS is, it's pretty much a project of Pete Helmkamp, whom of course you know from Order from Chaos, Angel Corpse, Feldgrau, and of course the solo project that he brought out this year called Abhomen. But this is a project that he did with Jay Reed of Revenge. I believe Jay Reed did the session drum work for this band alongside another guitar player. And with the first release from KERASPHORUS, we got this really crazed, psychotic sort of style of black metal, mixed with death metal elements here and there. But it was a sound that really was suitable for all of the musicians that were involved with it. I mean, you only got 4 tracks from this release, but with the songs that appeared on this release, it was a really unique way to get the ball rolling with a project like this. And I think that what will happen next from this band will be something to think about and ponder. I'm curious to know what the next idea for KERASPHORUS is going to be, because pretty much the people who are involved in Angel Corpse now are going to be taking over this KERASPHORUS project and making something special out of it. I'm very curious to know what it's going to be. But yeah, front cover, seen better days. It's aged a bit, but I think it still holds up pretty nicely. I believe Eric from Watain did the artwork for this cover. You have the back, and if you notice the font on the song titles, you see that on the Abhomen release. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that they're bringing this sort of font in this release. Yeah, Aosoth Paradigm, Swarm Intelligentsia, fucking incredible. But yeah, here's a back cover, and this came with some pretty neat little bells and whistles here. Came with this poster / lyric sheet, front of the poster, and you have the credits with lyrics and all that other stuff. And it came with this embroidered patch too, which is a very nice little inclusion. I'm glad whoever used to own this decided to leave the patch in there, so big ups to you. I have a feeling that there could be more with this, but I have no idea what else it could possibly come with. And comes on a 12-inch vinyl, standard black vinyl, A-side, B-side, very dark labeling here, but the vinyl is in really good conditioning, so thanks to whoever used to own this, kept it in really good shape, so thanks for that. So KERASPHORUS is going to be a very busy band in the coming months. They're going to be playing at Destroying Texas Fest this year, and they will be playing at Hell's Head Bash, and I believe Hell's Headbangers is going to be reissuing both KERASPHORUS EPs as a single release, so that's going to be something very cool to those of you who missed out on the KERASPHORUS EPs originally. You're going to get another chance to hear what this band is all about. So yeah, KERASPHORUS with Cloven Hooves at the Holocaust Dawn. Seriously sick stuff. Yeah, this next band, I don't even need to explain anything to you. You have to know who it is I'm going to be talking about here. This is Slayer with Haunting the Chapel. Yeah. I'm not going to go into too much details here because I'm pretty sure every single one of you know who Slayer are, what they're all about, what kind of legacy they've built. But all I'll say is this. Old Slayer is the best Slayer. The Metal Blade era of Slayer produced some of their absolute best material ever. I mean, from the debut Show No Mercy to the Live Undead release to Hell Awaits, which is my personal favorite Slayer release. But while Hell Awaits may be my favorite release, this EP that came after Show No Mercy has my favorite Slayer song with Chemical Warfare. I love that song so fucking much. I love the tenacity of that song. I love the intensity of that song. I love how Tom Araya is on that song. His vocals, his charisma, incredible riff work going on here. I mean, the classic Slayer lineup of Tom, Jeff, Carrie, and Dave. Just a wonderful, wonderful lineup here, and I really love what this EP brought. I mean, not to mention Captor of Sin, which is another fucking incredible Slayer song, and the Judas Priest cover that was on the original EP is on here too, and I think they do that pretty good justice here. But like I said, I love old Slayer. It is their absolute best material is within their Metal Blade catalog, and I fucking enjoy the living hell out of Haunting the Chapel. This is such a classic EP, and it still holds up wonderfully almost 30 30 plus years later. This is such an amazing EP. So yeah, front cover, classic cover here. I like the textured quality on this little sleeve here. This is a European Metal Blade Records import, I believe. So yeah, front cover, back cover, lyrics, credits, old school Metal Blade logo here. Comes with this pretty big poster of the album cover. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to see that or not, but yeah, Haunting the Chapel, Slayer. And on the back of the poster, you have what seems like a bit of the old Slayer logo. I'm going to assume that all the other European imports of this release have posters that form the Slayer logo or something like that, similar to the Cannibal Corpse reissues that came out this year. But that's what I'm assuming. And it comes on, the copy I have is on a standard 180 gram black vinyl. Classic Metal Blade Records logo here, and on the other side. Sounds fantastic, and I think that putting it on this heavy kind of vinyl suits an old school release like this. So yeah, Old Slayer is where it's at for me, man. I like I like the next 3 albums that came after that. Mixed stuff here and there, but Old Slayer is where it's at for me, especially Haunting the Chapel. Fucking excellent EP. And the last EP I'm going to do for this video is a 2016 release. And as far as death metal EPs go, this is definitely one of the very best of the death metal EP releases. This is Necrosic with Putrid Decimation. Yeah, Nuclear War Now put this out. This is a very star-studded death metal release. I mean, this project has been brewing for many, many years now, but this is the legitimate first release from a project like this. And I say that this is a star-studded release because there are people who are involved in this project who have dabbled in many great death metal bands. I mean, most notably Eric Cutler of Autopsy. This is his one of his many side projects, but yeah, like I said, this is a project that had been brewing for years, but everybody's been busy with their own respective bands. I mean, you have people from bands like Golgotha, formerly Gravehill, Ghoul, just a really sturdy lineup of musicians and veterans. And with this EP, they bring all of their expertise and their clout to a release like Putrid Decimation, and I think it is just so awesome. Very, very loaded with riffs, great musicianship. It has that old school death metal vibe, era, and touch, and I think it's awesome to listen to. I love the vocal performance that's on here. I love the musicianship. I love the pace, and I think that this is an awesome EP to listen to. And as far as death metal goes, this is a cream of the crop style release. I can't recommend it enough. So yeah, anyway, front cover here, back cover, all the band members in question, track listing. This is the Die Hard edition that I'm showing you guys here, and it came with some really cool little goodies and stuff. Got a little vinyl sticker, woven patch of the artwork, which is very good quality. Poster, very frameable sort of poster here, very nicely done here. Put out this up little by little, if you don't mind me. Lyric sheet with credits and information. I mean, listen to the song Vomit Transmutation. That is such a killer track. Nuclear War Now fanfare on this other side, which is very intriguing to say the least bit. Slide this back here. And since this is a Die Hard, of course, this is going to be the colored vinyl variant. 45 RPM on a translucent yellowish sort of vinyl color. Very old school looking labels here. On this other side you have the Necrosic art and logo. But yeah, it sounds great, and this is some really top of the food chain death metal here. So if you're into old school death metal, a band like Necrosic is definitely something worth checking out. One of the very best EPs of 2016, I would say. So yeah, Necrosic with Putrid Decimation. So yeah, I'm going to leave you some selected links to some of the bands that I talked about in this video. If you've happened to own any of these releases or have heard any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think and how you feel about it. If you've happened to have heard the Necrosic release from this year, let me know how you feel about that. So, yeah, I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Hope out.